Chairman. Thank you, Ms. Perlmutter. That's hard to say since I served with a Perlmutter for many years. I don't know if there's any relation there, but thank you for being here. You mentioned in your testimony that the modernization of the Copyright Office's information technology continues to be a top priority as well as a strategic goal. Can you elaborate on the office's partnership with the Library of Congress and the Office of Chief Information Officer in this effort?
I'd be happy to. Before I arrived at the library had centralized IT work within the library for all of the service units, including the Copyright Office. So the way the relationship works is that the Copyright Office experts develop the business goals and priorities and needs, and then work very closely with OCIO to help them understand what we need and when and how, and then they essentially enable us to do it by developing the technology. We work extremely closely together, so I would say at all levels in both offices, we are in contact every day. So I meet regularly with the Chief Information Officer, Judith Conklin, and our teams meet regularly and work together, both formally and informally, constantly. Okay.
So do you feel like you're getting the support you need from the library and the CIO in order to advance these technology
Absolutely.
programs?
We're working as a team, and we have completely shared vision of where this is going and how to work out the timing and make it happen.
Great. Can you speak to the IT modernization efforts that will harden the office's systems against security concerns and cybersecurity weaknesses, especially in the context of electronic deposits of published work submitted to the USCO?
Yes, I'm far from a cybersecurity expert, but I know that the library has in place excellent and state-of-the-art security processes, and that in particular, any electronic deposits that we get are protected in transit and when we receive them. I'm sure we can get you a better answer for the record with more detail on exactly what is done for security purposes from a technical perspective, but I am assured that it is a very robust system that complies with all of the relevant federal standards and in fact is as protective as the way that we protect sensitive congressional information as well.
Okay. Yeah, the cybersecurity is an issue. It's a growing issue. It will always be an issue, and unfortunately it seems like the federal government is also often the weak link in the chain. And so that's something that concerns a lot of people, especially if you're going to be housing protected works or personal identifiable information. That's of high concern. Can you tell me about the elements of the new IT system that will directly benefit an individual copyright holder who's trying to register a new work?
There will be a number of ways in which it will be beneficial to copyright holders. And of course, it's still in development, and we will be able to show a limited pilot by the end of the year of the standard application, so people will have a chance to see it and give us feedback, and that feedback will in turn go into further development. But one of the things that I've been most excited about with the new ECS registration system is that it will be much easier for the average person to use without having any expertise. Okay. So there will be a lot of help given in terms of understanding terms, knowing what categories to use, knowing what forms to use. I think that will be a tremendous benefit. There will also be ways in which it will be much easier to upload deposits. It will be faster, it will be easier to upload large deposits or multiple works at a time, and I think people will find that to be a great benefit.
So do you plan on doing some sort of controlled testing with real-time users, and will you be asking for feedback?
Yes, that's exactly what we have in mind. So the idea is to have this limited pilot by the end of the calendar year. We are already getting information about people who are interested in participating, and what we want to do is to prioritize those who have been using the existing online registration system so that they can helpfully compare what's in use now with what we plan to do going forward and give us the feedback that we can use to further shape and direct development.
Last question real quickly. Do you have plans to keep it within budget and within the time frame?
Yes, so we are currently operating within the budget that Congress has given us so far. We have a budget for fiscal '25 where we did get what we had asked for modernization, so we have enough right now to proceed as planned with the limited pilot by the end of the year. We will be making a request in the '26 budget for additional funding to ensure that we can continue in this pace of development.